Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Prachi. I welcome you all for today's class. We are going to discuss about bronchial asthma. We are going to discuss the bronchial asthma on these points. What is asthma? Coming to the definition of the asthma is a chronic inflammatory disorder of the airways. That means the person who is suffering from asthma, there will be always chronic airway inflammation will be present. And because of this chronic inflammation, the airways will be hyperresponsive. Whenever allergen, for example, say pollen grain or dust, comes in contact with the person who is having the asthma, the airway will be hyperresponsive, because of which there will be the contraction of the smooth muscles of airways, which will give rise the symptoms of asthma, like wheezing. Wheezing is nothing but a whistle-like sound which comes because of the airway obstruction that can be heard by the stethoscope. So wheezing, difficulty in breathing, that is dyspnea, and chest tightness along with cough, these are the symptoms of asthma. These symptoms particularly worse at night or at the early morning, which is also called as a morning dip. That means the symptoms of asthma worsen in the early morning. Whenever there is an asthma attack, there will be always variable airflow obstruction. That means sometimes can be the 20% airflow will be obstructed. Sometimes it can be the 90%. And this airflow obstruction is often reversible in asthma. It can resolve spontaneously, or if you give some anti-asthma medication, this airway obstruction can be reversible. Coming to the classification of the asthma. Asthma is classified into two types. One is the child onset asthma and another is adult onset asthma. So the age when the asthma starts, depending upon that, these types are made. Child onset asthma is also called as a extrinsic asthma. It is always associated with atopy. The word atopy means allergy. So always there will be the allergy seen in the child who is suffering from the asthma. Whenever a child comes in the contact with the any allergen, for example, pollen dust or pollen grain or dust, then there will be the Ig antibody mediated inflammation will be seen, and the child will get the acute exacerbation of the asthma. There is always, we can see, the family history is often seen in the child who is suffering from the asthma. That means his mother or father may have the asthma or allergic dermatitis, atopic dermatitis or eczema. So there will be often family history is seen. Adult onset asthma is also called as an intrinsic asthma. That means it is non-immune mediated asthma. There are multiple factors which are responsible for the adult onset asthma. There may not be the family history present as we have seen in the child onset asthma. So person who is having adult onset asthma, many times they are having the other symptoms like nasal polyps or sinusitis is seen in such patients. They're also sensitive to the some drugs like aspirin, NSAID. They will have the other sensitivities as well. There is a term which is called as idiosyncratic asthma. That means the type of asthma where we cannot assign a certain cause which is causing the asthma. So this is the asthma where we cannot have a particular cause. In adult onset asthma, occupational exposure also plays a vital role. There are many occupations where we come in the contact with different allergens. For example, a person who is working in poultry will come in the contact with the animal products. The person who is a carpenter will always exposed to the wood dust. The person who works in the raincoat factory will always exposed to the plastic resin. The person working in the chemical factory will be exposed to the biological enzymes. So these factors are also very, very important in the persons who are having adult onset asthma. If these person are actually, we remove these persons from the workplace, if they take the vacations, then the symptoms of asthma will not be seen in such kind of persons. So occupational exposure also we have to think in the person who is having the adult onset asthma. Prevalence. Yes, definitely. Asthma is widely prevalent in the world. Globally, more than 300 million people are affected by the asthma. In childhood, 15% children are affected because of the asthma. And in adults, 10 to 12% adults we can see who are suffering from the asthma. So we came to know that asthma is a disease where there is a periodic wheezing, we get periodic, there are attacks of asthma. The attack can last from 1 minute to the several days, and severity of the symptoms will also vary. If there is a mild obstruction, the person may have the less symptoms. If there is a, for example, if there is a severe obstruction, then it can be the fatal as well. It can lead to the death of the patient as well if he doesn't receive the treatment immediately. So the person who is having asthma can have some good days that where he is not having any kind of symptoms. And there are some days where he is having the acute exacerbation of the asthma. So what are these precipitating factors or aggravating factors that cause the acute exacerbation of the asthma that we have to understand? So most commonly is the viral respiratory infections. As we see, as the season changes, viral infections are always will be common. So after a viral infection, the inflammation of the airway occurs, which causes the acute exacerbation of the asthma. If you do the heavy exercise, it can lead to the asthma exacerbation. Endocrine factors, hormonal disturbances also play a role in the exacerbation of the asthma. As asthma is a phenomenon of allergy, so the person may have the other allergies as well. So if the person who is having asthma takes the medication like aspirin, beta blockers for some other reason, these initiation of these drugs can cause aggravation of the allergy, aggravation of the asthma symptoms in a person. As we've seen, exposure to the irritants like smoke, fumes, chemicals, perfumes, uh, and occupational chemical exposure also exacerbates the asthma. Change in weather. Definitely, whenever there is a change in weather, asthma attacks are more common. Like we can see in the rainy season, during the when it is a cold weather, or whenever during the spring season, asthma attacks are more prevalent. Food additives. When we consume the packaged food or any in the packaged food, many preservatives are added. For example, colorants are there, preservatives are there. So these can be the potential allergens to the person having the asthma. So these are the causes which exacerbate the acute attack of asthma along with emotional disturbances. Sudden change in emotions like extreme anger, extreme stress, depression can also exacerbate the asthma attack. So here we have discussed about asthma. If you have any doubts, the session is open for discussion. Thank you, everyone. We are going to end our session here for today. We'll continue the next part tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.